Right, let's take a look at those trending topics now. First up, for the second day running,
Sure.
Meghan and Harry on Oprah.
Yeah, because I think now, really, I mean, when we came on air yesterday, it had basically just finished airing in the US, and then the rest of the world started getting it, and we watched it here on South African television last night. I know that it was obviously doing the rounds on social media, but the UK also getting the opportunity to watch it last night, and the reaction has been fast and furious. Did you watch it, by the way?
I watched it.
Yeah, I had to watch it too. Initial reaction to having not just seen snippets, but the whole thing. What did you think?
I'm still digesting.
Really?
But if you're asking whether I believe them,
Yeah.
I do. Because I'm struggling to think of why otherwise they would do this. What do they really stand to gain at this point?
Yeah. My initial impression, I mean, I must say, for me, the first person that I just felt a lot for was Harry. I really did, because, you know, everything he knows, everything he was born into, everything he's ever sort of been a part of has been taken away from him. So I did feel for him. But you know what Meghan was saying that she's been going through, I mean, that is something that is devastating. And unfortunately, I don't know, I think we've always known it and suspected it, that it has always been happening. It isn't the most welcoming and warm environment inside the royal family, but I think just the fact that their laundry is now being put out for everybody to look at is it's very damning and damaging to the royal family. But these things need to happen. I suppose they really do. They need to be spoken about. But it will be very interesting to see what the next reaction is, and if the royal family will react.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, for all these years, Meghan was on the receiving end of the British tabloids, and they crafted a very specific narrative of who she was and what she brought to bear on not just the royal family, but on Harry in particular.
Yeah.
So this was her opportunity to give her side of the story.
And also I mean, how hard it must be being, you know, literally at the receiving end of that very hard media, vicious publicity, and the media just really going at her. She's talking about avos, and I mean, that part just killed me, with Kate eating avos and saying how good it is for the baby, but then, you know, Meghan eats avos, and then they talk about, you know, the devastation and what a water, how much water avos steals. You know, it's just unbelievable. But anyway, what I do have to say is I missed Oprah. Oh my gosh, did I enjoy watching her, and she was just phenomenal. She absolutely handled that brilliantly. Loved watching her. So yeah, that's that trend, which I'm sure is going to continue through today, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see it back there tomorrow.
Right, next one is #Zuma. And of course, that ANC Top 6 meeting that happened virtually was supposed to take place, you know, yesterday morning. Our very own Samkele Maseko was out at Lutuli House, you know, waiting for that particular meeting to get underway. It didn't. It happened later on, as we understand. And what came out of it, I don't know.
No, none of us know.
Yeah, okay. It was nice.
It was bad timing, though. I was seeing journalists putting a picture of their iPad. I don't know who it was, but they had an iPad with the presser waiting, and the Meghan and Harry interview happening at the same time.
Yeah, it was a nice meeting.
Everything went well. They had tea.
Yeah,
lots of tea, because they had tea from what time? 2 until 5. Is that how long it went on for?
It went on for several hours.
Yeah, so it was a lot of tea in that one. Okay, well, that's all we know about that. Zondo. Well,
the commission.
The commission.
And of course, it has to do with Zuma as well. And what the ANC Top 6 brought out. So hold on, they said we must give former President Jacob Zuma time and space, so that he can, you know, consult with his legal team as to what he needs to do regarding his issues with the commission. So all of that, came out yesterday, and the commission has, of course, been ongoing. Brian Molefe back at the commission yesterday, this time in his capacity as the former Transnet CEO.
All right, well, there we go. Those are your trending topics for now. The question of the day, I think we're still getting it up, but it's got to do with the vaccination strategy that South Africa is embarking on at the moment. And we saw some of the figures. I mean, I looked at what the amount that we put out yesterday, according to official figures, and it was just over 5,000 doses were administered yesterday. And I don't know about you, but I'm beginning to worry a little bit about how slow this is moving. But that's going to be our conversation in the next hour. It's also our question of the day. We're just asking you your views on South Africa's vaccination strategy. As soon as we get that up, we'll certainly put it on the screen. But let's take a break, and more about that Tea Party and Zondo and everything else after the break.